I think the story of job training was started in 1972. They had a grant that kind of supported a non-traditional delivery system, so they had automotive training going on there just off the main campus. And then in the late 70s, they purchased this building out at Leonard and Ball and turned that into really the college's first tech center. C.J. Schroll took over the leadership of job training and really, I think, was ahead of his time and created lots of vision for the college to respond to employer needs and offer programs that were less than a two-year degree.
If we go all the way back to the earliest birth of job training at the college, was some money that the state had and came to college and said, won't you please take this and offer some skilled job training to people. Doing more to serve the community, serve the needs of people, serve the needs of business and industry. And so the program's job training has always been about people wanting to get a job, wanting to earn a good living, wanting to enjoy life and be successful.
Nationally, there was a movement for community colleges and four-year institutions to develop technology centers, and so GRCC opened up the Applied Technology Center, and job training moved into that location as well. And at that point, programs, we were in all kinds of different industries and occupations. We were able to do job training, customized training, degree programs like never before with the labs that were in that facility. But it was on the main campus and really supported a new initiative for Grand Rapids Community College.
A dozen years ago, though, it was, frankly, the U.S. was still getting its butt kicked in a lot of different ways on an international sector by countries and companies whose policies, as well as their expenditures for workforce development and company assistance, was way beyond that of our own country and even that of our state.
Now along comes the MTEC, because actually one of the things that the state saw at the time was that there was a need to put a focus on many of these things.
During the 90s, we had close to 700 students in apprenticeship training in the JC Community College environment. And as a result of that, we could see that we needed to have a centralized place for training. We were getting what was left over from any of the room space that was available in the community college system.
We looked at all kinds of different sites and did pros and cons about, you know, a facility being located, you know, that would in fact be accessible to manufacturers, that would be accessible to the public, a location that was non-downtown campus. And so I said, well, you know, this site I think is got real interest. Based upon the acreage description of what you're talking about and what you want to do, I think this is the site you really ought to give serious consideration to. And you know, I saw a twinkle in President Quacken's eye. It was like, you know, this makes some sense.
When the college came up with a vision and the opportunity to work with the state to build the MTECs, we reached out into the community of who would support another technology center. And Les Tassell stepped forward with a lead donation in our capital campaign for this building.
There were so many businesses that I think the selling of the businesses was, you know, done automatically. I mean, they were all excited about it, and I didn't have to do a whole lot of selling on this here.
3, 2, 1, snip!
When we moved here, we closed our Leonard and Ball facility and really opened up a new era for the community college, specifically for the construction industry, the automotive industry, welding and metal forming components of our manufacturing industry. It really was designed to complement the Applied Technology Center, which is still our main hub for occupational applied technology programs on the main campus.
The background certainly of Grand Rapids Junior College back to 1914, I think is the commonly accepted date, was about transfer. The number of people that have come to the college and gone on to higher education and come out as doctors, lawyers, and a whole variety of things. Well, there are people that got to fix your cars and build your houses and do a variety of other jobs, and those are the ones that we were focused on.
There are a lot of kids that are not cut out to go to four-year college or can't afford to go to four-year college,
I'm not a proponent that everybody needs a college education, but the MTEC Center allows you to get an education, that you have the skills to get a job that can support you and your family the rest of the life.
Well, in job training's 40-year history, they really were designed to respond to employer needs quickly. They've always been in a non-credit format, which allowed us to listen to employers, have them come in and help us design a program that meets their employment needs, and maybe as quickly as offer something the next month.
Professions change. It's faster than ever. We didn't have the internet 20 years ago. And so you just got to change your learn. So these jobs go out of existence, so there's a way of providing a new skill level for somebody that's 30, 40 years old.
People don't know that manufacturing isn't what it was back in the 70s and 80s. It's changed. It's not dirty, it's brightly lit, it's clean. If manufacturing is going to continue to grow in this country, we need more skilled workers. Manufacturing requires has a lot more technology. So there's a lot to manufacturing. It's grown and gotten more sophisticated over the years. So.
The people that we served hadn't been successful in education or in life in some cases because for a variety of reasons just hadn't had the opportunity to learn what they needed to know. Probably weren't going to transfer to the University of Michigan, but needed some path to follow to take care of the rest of their life and themselves and their family and live a good life and enjoy that.
We got to look at all areas, and MTEC provides that for the high school student, the welfare recipient, the person coming out, or the displaced person that are all very important.
Well, because job training has had over 20,000 students in the last 40 years, I think there's a majority of those students would not have come to Grand Rapids Community College. And I think it's also been an attractor for employers to partner with the community college at a level that maybe we couldn't have done through our traditional one-year certificate and two-year degree programs.
I think the biggest thing that happened is we were able to show success, and show success of people being able to learn what they needed to know, being able to get a job as a result of that, which was the purpose of what we were doing. And if you can get people to work, why then everybody's going to be better off. And that's what we're all about.
If people have a higher skill set, they can contribute more to the organization that they work with, but they can also contribute more to the community in which they live in. Well, the MTEC is part of that infrastructure. It's part of that competitive infrastructure that is embedded in our quality of life, that helps a company understand we are committed to skill set enhancement of the people who live here, of the people who work in our companies, and those that will follow.